What up, Lightfighters, and welcome back. It has been a long spring here, and that's why you haven't seen me recently. I've been incredibly busy with my beautiful spring garden that is now entirely dead, and we had a small tornado, like an EF1 or 0, put down just a couple miles west of me and then just shoot right across the cornfield across from me. So we had an immense amount of storm damage, and I was I hurt myself because I'm getting old and fat. Carrying those logs just to the burn pile. So chainsaw and logs put me out for about a week. And after that, the weather heated up to about 95, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's got excuses, and mine are no good either. So welcome back to my page. I'm excited to have you back. I'm excited to be making some videos again for you all today. To be honest with you, it's a little hard coming up with great content for YouTube videos. There's so many good gun tubers out there. And as much as I'd love to be a cool gun tuber, I don't have much to say in the way that hasn't already been said very, very well by some other guys out there. So what I do have for you, and you guys seem to respond pretty well to, is some gear videos, because I am secretly, or not so secretly, kind of a geardo. I love me some gear. I like spending money on it. It's my little way of investing and doing my hobby when I'm not actually able to get out in the field and do my hobby. So that being said, my specialty in gear is bags. I like gear bags, I like backpacks, I like gear boxes, I like organization. Probably because I've got some undiagnosed spectrum disorder, but I love bags. They make me buzz in the way that trains make some other certain people buzz. You know, I just get all giddy and excited. Whether it be little small ammunition bandoliers like this guy, or a large trauma bag, which I love to death, big bags, small bags, green bags, black bags, beer bags, some of my favorite bags. I love tactical bags, and if you know me on a personal level, one, I'm sorry, and two, you already knew that about me. But to the point, I got a new bag, and I'm pretty excited about it. What I have today here, and actually inspired by another one of my favorite YouTube channels, Spirited Systems, Adam and Spirited Systems with all his cool damn gear, I said, well, shit, Adam has a bigger bag than me, and that secretly, and not so secretly now, infuriated me. I said, damn it, I want the biggest bag. So what did I go and get? I went to one of my favorite bag companies. We're gonna have to have a bag counter down here, bag counter. I went to one of my favorite gear companies, Eberlestock, which I'm currently using their ruck of. I've actually switched over to a Crossfire, but we'll talk about that later. And I found their biggest one they made. This is, it's not that bad. This is the Everlystock Hercules gear duffel. I'm gonna tilt the camera just a hair so we can see this big thing. Whambo. The Everlystock Hercules. Now, what the hell did I buy this thing for? Am I traveling across the borders? No. Well, I'll tell you. First off, I saw Adam's Spirited Systems shakedown video, and he was talking about his big old go bag and how he kept all of his kit in a bag ready to go. And I was like, hey, well, actually, to have all of my stuff that I kind of want to have ready in a bag, it would take a pretty big bag. So I went ahead and started looking into gear bags, and lo and behold, Eberlestock sent me a coupon code in my email, or this is one of the Father's Day sales or Memorial Day sales, and this bag that I looked at before went on sale. And I was like, all right, I have to have it. So we're trying out this new concept. Now, I'll be honest with you, this isn't a go bag for me. This is what I'm gonna kind of call my little weekend warrior bag. And if you don't like that, we could call it like an assembly area bag or something like this. What this has is kind of like a weekend's worth of supplies that you need kind of a cross of at the range, in the woods, in the field, or in the assembly area before patrol. Just a lot of the necessities in here that kind of get you through a whole weekend doing whatever hobby you like, whether it be tactical or mil sim or LARPing, or you're into some precision shooting or tactical games, stuff like that. This big gear bag kinda is a blessing and a little bit of a curse because you end up carrying, obviously you end up filling it up. But it is a blessing because it kind of just helps organize all that big massive stuff. when I attended some events in the past, say some week-long events in the field, some of them advise you to bring like a camp box, or even the Boy Scouts advise you to bring like a camp box. I still remember rolling up all my stuff in the camp box and stuffing it in the little corners of that. And then it was a pretty good system, especially when everybody else was using that system. But when you're by yourself or you're traveling alone, it's nice to have a bag. It packs a little better. It's a little bit softer in the car. It doesn't rattle around and break your windows out of your Toyota like I had a problem with. And also it's got some wheels on the bottom. So this thing really does kick ass, and we're gonna start tearing it apart and going through it. I'm excited. Here we go. So, all right. Woo! The lip ring. Oh, sweet little grizzly bear. You upper deck it so you don't spit. All right, so let's talk about what this bag is for me. So let's first off start what this bag is not. It is not a go bag. I'm sorry. If you want a go bag video, there's 1.5 million of them on YouTube. People have done that before. And mine's gonna be no better than theirs, and I'm gonna have nothing special besides ammo, water, and some Band-Aids. What this is not is a loadout bag, okay? Or a rucksack as well. I carry those separately. I've got my, my loadout right here. Sneak peek, this is a new Crossfire DZ rig, which I haven't talked about, which I'm gonna make some content on. And what do you know next to it? Yes, I spent a pretty penny on some gear again. We've got the new Crossfire rucksack, which I'm trying out. This is the CF2 with their helmet attachment. I'm very excited. I'll talk to you guys more about this later. Fucking awesome ruck. We're talking to you today about this. Now, this is part of this 3-bag system there. I've got that loadout bag. I'm sorry, I've got that rucksack. I've got my actual loadout, my load-bearing gear. And then I've got this thing when I go. Usually I add in a little bit of sleeping gear, like a sleeping pad or a small tent. That strap's right on the top. Big pad can go on these straps. Don't mind that. So, first things first. This is kind of a loadout bag. And I'm gonna spin it around and see if I can orient this camera a little bit better so we can talk. Spin it like that. See how we look. We look pretty good. All right. So the first thing I do with this is I try to leave these front few pouches a little bit empty because here's my sweet, also, yes, Everlystock. I'm a fucking whore. This is my EDC bag, if you will, everyday carry. I take this to work. But the first thing I do is when I'm going places is I gotta cross-load some gear. Some of the stuff that I take every day to work, I'm gonna want on the weekend too. This little roll's got my personal items in it, glasses, contacts, a toothbrush, some butt wipes even, and then a cell phone charger. And I leave these kind of open because so I can just drop these right in those front pouches. Also, oh yes, my USB battery and a little tool pouch. So when I'm getting ready to pack out or leave, I don't want to bring 4 bags. I do secretly want to bring 4 bags, but I get made fun of when I bring 4 bags. So I get rid of this bag entirely. Maybe I'll even keep my gloves or my little purse, but you get the point. What I do is I take my EDC bag and I move it on over into this bag, and that's pretty much the first step of this big old loadout bag. And that's for that reason is why I kind of leave these front pouches open. So let me open them up and we'll go through them real quick. I love them right that they're in front and easy to access. First thing, these are my EDC tools. Now you can watch a million little different EDC videos, but I've just got some of the regular old gizmos and gadgets. A set of Nipix pliers, a small flashlight, some different drivers, a little lighter. Nothing very special. There's even a rubber band in there, just cuz. And then again, a USB battery. This is just a portable battery. And then another, because I keep it there, just a Leatherman multi-tool with some bits. Nothing special up front. Again, just stuff you might need in a jiffy. Also, coincidentally, here's my phone adapter for my night vision and a rail adapter for night vision. Why that's there, who knows? It's just because it's where it landed. Moving along to the front here. Again, my personal items, just my EDC stuff, eyes, contacts, glasses, stuff that I really can't live without. And then a good old high voltage cell phone charger. I like to carry one with a couple different adapters so I can charge all my USB-C items at once. But that's right up there in the front. Going on to this bag though, you'll notice this has got actually 3 organizational pouches. So what I keep in these, and this one is a couple just rechargeable chem sticks, as well as a notepad, some paint pens, and some regular pens and the Sharpies. Guys, just I'll move those over there as they're spaced out. Now in this one we got some lights, and then we got some writing stuff in here. And I like the paint pens because you can write on all your guns and equipment with those. Especially, also carry a silver Sharpie, because you can write on all your black equipment with a silver Sharpie. A silver and a black Sharpie, 2 paint pens, you can write on all your equipment and label it. Over here we just got some old tactical lights, an old Surefire G2 with still the incandescent bulb, and just a Sidewinder, just in case you need to find some light. As well as this whole spill pouch in front is just filled with old lights. I've got an old TLR-1S, a trigger block for a Glock 19, a hat clip helmet light, a regular headlamp. The problem with needing a flashlight is you gotta have a flashlight to find a flashlight. So I find myself kind of a flashlight whore as well. So that's that front pouch. And then over here on the right, just the big boy stuff, guys. Sunscreen for my pale white ass, and bug repellent for my non-bug loving ass. God, it's hot already in the Midwest. It's 95 today, and it might storm, who knows. Anyways, so I go through this shit, everybody should. But yeah, keep it accessible. So those are the front pouches, guys. Let me toss some of this stuff back and we'll spin this bad boy around and we'll look at its back end, okay? No homo. Oh, howdy ho, neighboroonie. You'll notice that she looks a lot in the back like she does in the front. A lot like your mother. No, I'm just playing, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. In the back, guys, I keep a little bit less stuff that's less important to me. Again, it's the exact same layout though. I got my little fix-it pouch in here. I got the buckles and straps that came with my backpack. I got the buckles and plastic bits and carabiners and grimlocks and web dominators that just came with every other piece of kit I've ever bought before in the past. Why do I bring these? Because somebody else is gonna need these cool little trinkets that I have that are gonna really improve their life. What else is in this pouch? More plastic repair buckles, more buckles, stuff to fix other people's shit. Be the guy that can fix other people's shit and you're handy. Some helmet accessories that came with my helmet. Some repair tape and glue for repairing somebody's sleeping mat. Some junk off Etsy. This is just wiring management for your helmet. Not that it's important. A little tourniquet wrap. And then just some already prepared, if you will, lanyards, just ready to go. In case you loan a compass out to your young little 18-year-old kid, you can tie it to his ass. So I like to have just a couple lanyards ready to go in there. And then, you know, I got the breast strap for my rig. Just other repair items in this back. Stuff that you're like, oh yeah, it's probably in the back of my bag. So that's that pouch, just some general stuff. This pouch is laid out just like the front. And I just keep a bunch of EMS gloves in this side. I've got some electronics. These are AA battery, USB. You can power your night optics on your head with these. They're just handy to have. You can also recharge anything off AA batteries that needs USB 12 volt or some sort of volts. I don't know. A phone charger, a lone earplug, of course, a lone shop rag, and then this is just a sewing kit. So it's just stuffed in there. Moving on to the right here. This is a bag of rubber bands. We got the Cool Ranger type black rubber bands. We got parachute bands. We've got some tape, and we've got some bungee cord. We've got some long black rubber bands, just all sorts of rubber bands for, again, securing shit and tying shit to other people that you've loaned them. People that admire how good a rubber band job you've done on your own gear. You can hook them up real quick. And then over here, again, I just broke that bag. There's more inside. Some fabric tape. I like this fabric tape a lot. It's hockey tape, tool tape, whatever. We use it in the fire service, but I wrap some on my, I wrap my grips in it. Keeps a little bit of heat off your hands on the metal parts when you got cheap PSA firearms like me. You can also wrap down your tape pressure switches. If it starts getting gunky or comes off, just rip it off and retape it. I got this in green because I thought it was gonna be cool, but I could only find this little skinny finger tape. Don't buy the skinny tough, get the fatter stuff. The skinny stuff's kind of worthless. And then just also in here, ton of paracord. Just you never know. Also, supposed to be in there is a roll of tape. I don't know where my tape went. We'll find it sometime, someday. But a good old roll of 100-mile-per-hour tape should be in there. I'm actually a little sad I'm missing it somewhere in this messy garage. All right, guys, that is the back. Front and back pretty much laid out very similarly. I'll go ahead and pop these two buckles. Now, onto this bag. It's got some nice little retainers so you don't lose your buckles around the back of your bag. On the front, you can obviously undo these with Velcro if you need them to hang down a little bit lower. But it's got these nice straps to secure your whole load on top. And then on the very top of the bag here, I'll show you why I've got it spun around backwards, as they've got this great little clear lid. I don't know what you use it for. You could put a map or something crazy in there and start planning. Woo! I just put a bunch of my old pouches or patches in there, med patches, ID patches, whatever, anything spare, glow tape, glint tape. I just load it up so I can see them on top and I say, hey, right on top, grab a patch if you need it. All right, on to the meat and potatoes. I'll spin this boy around again and let's start digging through it. Right. Oh, I'm so hot. All right, spin move. All right. How do you like sitting there? Are you tall enough? I'm gonna jack you up. Don't drop my camera. Don't drop my camera. Oh, it's as tall as you are, baby. I'll get you a little closer. Oh no. Can't you? Let's squambo down. Oh, so hot. All right. All right, boys and girls, I got this thing turned around. We got the top opened up, and let's start ripping through this thing and talk about what's in it. I will try and be quick, but I am long-winded and I apologize. Right on top, I got my nighttime warming layer. All right, this is to keep you warm at night. And it's also just to keep some padding on top of my shit out of the way. The hat I usually wear in the field with some glint tape on it and ready for ID patches. My frontline uniform, just right on top, ready to go. Followed up by my mainline uniform pants. And hold up, if you gotta change the color, I'll spare you the time here. This whole left side, just uniforms stacked to the bottom, okay? Olive drab, woodland, depending on what we're doing. Sometimes we gotta pretend we're op for, sometimes we gotta pretend we're blue for. It's good to have a couple different, especially in this heat. I've got a lightweight and a heavyweight pant, and well, just heavyweight BDU. On the bottom over here, just a big laundry bag. Once you sweat through this shit, it's nice to have a place to stick it. And these are made of cotton, so they do dry. Just you can leave them full of wet clothing in a sunny spot, and they won't get too bad. Also, use as a decent pillow even. Don't underestimate stuffing your clean clothes in there and use it as a pillow. But the left side is all uniform equipment, uniform stash, and something I need to go through. My shit smells great. It smells like cedar wood. It smells like somebody cut a cedar tree in here because I treat all my stuff with a product called Cedar Side, which is an all-natural cedar wood oil product. That's why it smells like cedar. And then commercial grade permethrin, no fucking around. Yeah, you want to kill those bugs. Keep the hippies happy too with the smell. In here, guys, is a wet bag, a dry bag, I'm sorry, with just more uniform stuff. This is gonna be my, oh, these are my level 4s. I didn't surprise me too. Yeah, so this is just some cold weather clothing. I keep it in here because I don't have a good other closet. My house is very small. So on this bottom side, this left side, if you will, just all uniform equipment, and I'll stuff some more stuff in there as well. Right on top here, another bag, because you know how happy bags make me. It's an old Maxpedition bag. Sniper veil on top. This is an old Maxpedition bag, and I use this as my little radio gear pouch. Now, I suck at radio, but I have radio friends who don't suck at radio, and that's the trick. And if you suck at radio and you don't have radio friends, either make radio friends or start looking up on YouTube, learn radio yourself, which is very hard, or just go to like one of the places like Radio Made Easy and start using their stuff. Shout out to Overton Windex, one of my favorite YouTubers. He's bimping Radio Made Easy right now. None of my shit is programmed by them, but I do support his mentality. This shit's too hard to learn. So just have somebody else learn it for you. This is a Chinese radio that's supposed to be pretty cool with some hacks on it. I don't know much about this, but it was only 20 bucks, so I bought one. I'm garbage, I don't know what this is. This is what my teams are using right now. It's a TYT 390 Plus, I believe, programmed by our radio guy. I can't tell you much about what channels we're on, their VHF channels. This radio's been working really good for us. Now, do I have a UV5R? Of course I have a UV5R. This is a UV9R Pro. Same thing, a little bit ruggedized. And then it also has a little bit nicer, just housing really. It's a little waterproof, a little ruggedized. Speaker mics for different radios. Little earbud attachments for speaker mics. Antennas for radios. And then finally a little pouch with some mesh network stuff. Just some stuff that I'm playing with. I don't got a whole network or anything. Just some simple little radio items. So I keep this all in a pouch because I'm radio illiterate. But these are just some little simple items. I've got less than, I know it seems like a lot, and it kind of is. I'm embarrassed. I got less than $200, $300 in here in this bag of radio gizmos and gadgets, but I've bought them over many years. And I'm honestly, I don't know how to use most of them, but I have friends that do, so that's really what's important. And I always have a radio that's functioning on typical MIRVs or VHF nets. So I like having my own stuff and not relying on other people just to have working comms. In the front, guys, pens, papers, these little tactical boards. There's a red light and a white light in there in case I got to take this with me. Instructions for the radio that I don't know how to use, very important. And a programming cable. Also in here, because so somebody can program it on the fly. I don't carry a laptop to program it. I don't even carry a code plug, but that is necessary to program both the Baofangs or probably all three of those radios actually. So that's my little radio pouch. I keep it on top because it comes in and out depending on what radio I'm throwing on my rig. We usually have a radio on us. Next on top, guys, this is already so long-winded, I'm sorry. This pouch is eyes and ears, eyes and ears. I got two sets, one for your buddy, one for you, or one when you lose your own set. Now, I have just electronic ears, plain old hard case eyes. What do? I try to stuff two sets in here, so I got a clear set, I got a shaded set. I also have soft ears in here, so if I just grab this, I'll be okay. And then at the very bottom, I have this product called Cat Crap. You gotta believe me, it's in there. It's in there. Cat Crap is an anti-fog paste, all right? Good for me when I have my glasses on. Good for my shooting glasses when I'm wearing those at nighttime. Good for my night vision devices when I'm using those. Anti-fog cream is something you should buy. It's very cheap, and you'll be happy you have it when you need it. So, eyes and ears in a big bag. Drops right down in there. Next dry bag is uniform equipment. Socks. Warmth layer. More of these sexy Ranger panties. Sexy Ranger panties. Another Arab scarf, shamag, kifya. One of these free, you apparently wear these, you're on Palestine's side now. Fuck the world. Underwear. Nothing special in this bag, guys. This is just your skivvy loadout. Next to it, another dry bag of some sorts. Who knows what for. It's good to have though, because you might need to keep shit dry in your ruck. And I use this to pack my ruck. On that note, I've got more empty pouches. Why empty pouches? Because I will molly them onto my ruck when my squad leader gives me more gear to carry. Here's another little pouch. Why? Because it helps me organize my shit later on when I'm assigned more team gear. At the bottom, another dry bag. More fucking bags. My brain is buzzing. And yes, this is a completely empty, just organizational pouch. Little tool bag. Oh my God, it's got more bags in it. I should be fucking embarrassed. But they're in there. Bags. Velcro another bag on the side. Why the fuck not? And as we go onto this side, more bags, believe it or not. We have a little first aid bag. A little battery bag. Now, we just keep all our batteries organized in little battery bricks, more organization. weapons cleaning kit, little guy. This is H2O supplies. So I've got shout out Canada Provisions on there. Great quality, easy to buy. These guys are the radio made easy of water equipment in the field. Canada Provisions, but also regular aqua tabs, because that's all this is. Some salts and sugars. Purifier. World's oldest Meox. If you know, you know. Look at this old guy. Sucks. Don't buy one of these. They suck down batteries. A spare source tube, source adapters. So anything that my water equipment needs in the field, I got it in that little pouch. And now I got to reorganize that. Makes me sad. This little guy is kind of my DOP kit or my personal items. Toothbrush should never be thrown in here. I don't have one right now. Toothpaste, if I didn't run out. Deodorant, which I don't have in there right now. Camo face paint, little mirror for that. Chapstick, which ends up being important. Another thing, the anti-fog. My bug sprays elsewhere. Obviously, if you need the DOP kit, pack the DOP kit. Finally, over on the side, I'm gonna turn you over here so you can see me working. I just got a big old thing of Glad bags because the Ziploc bags help you organize your ruck better. And this is all about getting out there and using this bag to load your other shit. And then finally, I've got a couple options for eat and drink. I've got this titanium pot, and I've got this titanium cook set, if you will, that comes apart in multiple steps. So if it's cold out and I need to be able to heat water or purify water and boil it, this thing's the thing to have. If I'm cooking meals, this canteen cup nests up really well next to it. If we're like admin camping and getting real bougie and I want to make a side dish in this thing, it has all the items. I never use the bottom thing ever, but I can't throw it away because it's made of sweet Russian titanium and it's too expensive. Also in here, guys, just a little siege lantern, a towel. I've got an MSR whisper light, and then just some spoons and knives and stuff. Just some stuff to cook when I'm in camp. Sometimes you're just heating up a quick meal. I find myself doing that very often, so. That is the top portion of this bag here, completely ripped apart. I know I didn't pull it all out and show you all the sweet painter's tape and bugs corpses that are in here, but I do promise you they're all in there. I'm gonna load this top bag back up so I can flip this bitch and show you what's in the bottom. It's one of the best parts. All right, so I've got the bottom opened up, and we flipped the top, 3/4 zipper, and obviously you can ignore my sweet Indian blanket that I got at a truck stop. I don't know if you can say Indian blanket, I'm sorry. But in the bottom, I just use that to protect these two rifles. So I've got a full length, I guess you'd call this M16 linked or whatever, 20-inch AR-15 with a A1 fixed stock. And then I've got a carbine, again, with a fixed stock, but it's 16-inch. And I've got those both comfortably fitting in here. They've got two sets of straps, one left and one right, which I put my little Indian blanket on top of and strap them in here real good. One thing I thought I was gonna get with this bag that I didn't was the foam insert. Now, I'm not mad at Eberlestock. I know they gotta make a dime, but their foam insert for this case is $70, 70 American. It's like 35 double cheeseburgers. It's a lot of money. I bought these sound dampening pads for my gaming room a long time ago and I didn't use them all. So I just stuffed this foam in the bottom and then I strap my rifles down on top of it. And if I need more, I've got more of these, but these are way cheaper than buying Eberlestock's foam insert. It's not pluck and pull, it's not laser cuts, nothing fancy, but it keeps two rifles secure in the bottom of this travel case. And that's exactly all I want. So for me, this fits the bill. I kind of did think it was gonna come with the foam insert. When you buy this like nearly $400 fucking bag, I got it on sale. But still, it's expensive, man. And then asking 70 more for the insert is just like, it's brutal. So that's the Everlystock Hercules monster duffel bag. This is my weekend warrior bag. This is kind of just what I'm packing as I take my EDC, I throw it in here, and I throw this in the back of my truck, and then I've got everything I could possibly need for the weekend. Typically anything that I can't fit in here, I probably shouldn't have brought in the first place. I usually don't need half the shit I have in here, especially next to my rucksack, which is, again, my mainline patrolling equipment, and then my loadout. So, but you never know when you'll need an extra chem stick or a flashlight battery or something that you just didn't pack in your ruck. And it's good to have a little bit of fixed equipment for everybody else at camp. that may need to unfuck their equipment. So dudes, thank you so much for checking out this Hercules duffel bag with me. I've got some more fun stuff on the books here. I got some more cool equipment. Bit of shit, I'll tease you real quick. Check out this thing. I saw this on the internet and I just couldn't fucking help myself. I know everybody's seen 37mm launchers before. This one's a M79, baby, bloop. And so I got some flashbang rounds for this, and then some other projectiles that are legal. So we're gonna be shooting this for fun pretty soon. And then obviously I've got some Crossfire gear. Their new DZ rig that everybody's using. It is as good as they say it is. I love it. It's better than my JJ's, which I like a lot. And then but it interfaces with their ruck so well, and that was probably my biggest purchasing point. So I'm gonna do a whole nother video on the DZ rig and the CF2, which is what I bought. And rock on, thanks for hanging with me, dude. I'm looking forward to see you guys all in the future. Stay sharp.